welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be talking about setting boundaries and why setting boundaries is such an important thing. This is going to be about physical boundaries, so making sure you're setting boundaries for your time and using your time how you want to use it, and also emotional boundaries, not letting people walk all over you or push through you to take everything from you, because if we give and we give and we give, then we don't have anything left for us, and we don't have anything left to take care of ourselves. We can't pour from an empty cup. So let's get right into it. The first way to start setting boundaries in your life is to set boundaries with yourself. What are things that you want to do that you aren't doing? Or what are things that you don't want to do that you are doing? We have to learn to set boundaries with ourselves before we can really learn to set boundaries with other people. So something I started off with was I started only drinking 1 pop a day. And that was tough because I was drinking not a ton of pop a day, but maybe 2, maybe 3 pops per day. And so it became, okay, I'm only gonna drink 1 pop a day. Well, honestly, now it's a rarity that I drink pop anyways. But that's what I started with. I started 1 pop a day, then I went to, okay, I'm gonna drink more water now. Easy enough because, hey, I started drinking 1 pop a day, so now here we go. I've set that boundary on that pop, and it's gonna point me to drink more water, which is better for me, which is what I want to do anyway. Next, I wanted to set a boundary on how much candy and sugar I was consuming. So I decided, think about what I'm eating before I decide to eat it, basically. You know, do I want this sugar because I'm trying to mask something inside of me or for any other crazy reason? Or do I actually want this? And you know, our bodies are going to be craving these things because they're used to that. Started limiting my candy, which in turn made me eat more healthy things, which in turn is something that I wanted. I wanted to eat healthier. So it created a new pathway for me to start doing that. This can even be if you have something to do. If you've planned on doing something tonight, but your friend texted you, hey, let's go get some drinks instead, and you know you have to do this thing, but you really want to go get drinks with them, so you have to decide, whose boundary do you want to cross? You know, do you want to cross your own boundary and break your own trust with yourself, or would you rather rely on yourself and show yourself that, okay, I told myself I need to get this done and I'm going to get it done, so I'm going to do it? Working on those boundaries within ourselves is going to be the best step to being able to tell other people what our boundaries are too. Because once we get comfortable with ourselves and telling ourselves no, or telling ourselves what we are going to do, and that's the thing, boundaries don't have to just be telling yourself no, you can't have something, or no, you can't do something. A boundary could be that you want to stick to these promises that you're making to yourself. Promises of working out, promises of getting up early. Those are things that I had promised myself forever and ever and ever, and I just never thought to actually follow through with them. But slowly but surely, I started doing more things. I started setting more boundaries, having more goals for myself, and sticking with them. And then things started to happen more and more for me. Then the next step on working on boundaries as your life is to set boundaries with other people. And I think a huge boundary with other people that we all need to work on is our job. So we take a day off, or we don't take a day off, because we feel like we can't be away from our job. And if we take that day off, then we're thinking about what we need to do at work, or is somebody contacting us, or somebody is contacting you while you're not at work. So set that boundary, take that day off, and start it off. If you can't put your phone away completely, turn it into, okay, I'm only going to check my phone 3 times today. Put it somewhere where you're not going to think about it, see it, whatever, and then go do whatever you need to do. Because for you to be mentally healthy, physically healthy, emotionally healthy, all these things are interconnected. And if you're not taking your days off to rest and reset and revive yourself, basically, then you're not going to be the best you. And what's the point of this life if you're not the best you? So put your phone away, say you're going to only check it a few times a day, and then do that for your own self, for your own mental health. And also, again, to set those boundaries and to figure out how to set these boundaries. And the final step into figuring out how to set boundaries in your life, repeating yourself and repeating the process. We don't learn something the very first time that we do that. You don't learn how to knit the very first time you do it. You don't learn your job the very first time you do it. So why do we expect that setting boundaries is something that we can learn the first time we do it, and other people can learn the first time that we express to them that we want to set this boundary? You have to repeat yourself. You have to remind people, hey, I'm taking Thursday off and I'm not going to have my phone or whatever. Or, hey, I do have this project to do this week, so I'm going to do it this day. Please don't ask me to do anything if you have friends that are always bugging you to do stuff. And if you have friends that are always bugging you to do stuff and they don't accept your reasons for not being with them, probably need to find some new friends also. Something that I've learned too personally. But it's like we expect to just tell people or to just tell ourselves one time that we're going to do this and it's going to work, and that's not how it works. I mean, I've been wanting to drink more water and eat healthier and get up early in the morning for years now, and I've always told myself I was going to, and I would for a day or two, and then I would go back to what I was doing before, and then I would beat myself up, and then I would think that I failed. But realistically, we have a hard time setting boundaries because normally something in our childhood, our parents or teachers or some sort of influence in our life didn't teach us how to set boundaries by them not having boundaries, or just, again, didn't have boundaries, just pushed past us. So it's a learning process, it's a learning curve, and we have to give ourselves grace, and we have to give the people that we love and want to be around us grace as well, because if they forget that boundary that we set or that thing we talked about, we've all got a lot going on, and we can't be super pissed at them for that. Yeah, you can get a little bit upset, maybe if you've told them 3, 4, 5 times and now they're forgetting, but we also have to have grace with everybody because we want them to have grace with us. And so we have to treat other people how we want to be treated. So if we want people to respect our boundaries, again, we also have to respect other people's boundaries, and we have to respect our own boundaries because we are showing everybody else in the world how we want to be treated. So if we're not respecting our boundaries, if we're not taking the time that we need for ourselves, if we're not doing these things that need to happen for us to be our best possible self, how are our friends, our coworkers, our boyfriends, our girlfriends, our spouses, our children, how are any of these people in our life going to know how to treat us and how they should be treated as well? Because when you start setting boundaries with yourself, it's also acknowledging to other people that I respect you and I respect your boundaries as well. So you're showing them, if they set a boundary with you, that you are going to accept it and you're going to be okay with it. And matter of factly, you're probably going to be there hyping them up like, way to go, way to set that boundary, way to do that. Because if we don't set boundaries, if we don't do these things, we're going to be drained. We're going to be so exhausted that we can't take care of ourselves. And I've been there, and it's not a good place to be. So if we keep giving and 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 letting people push past these boundaries that we're setting for our emotional health, for our mental health, for our well-being, for all of these things, there's a little bird on a table over there. If we push past those barriers with other people, they're going to push past them with us. And then we're going to be drained. And there's no way this world can survive with the way that we are doing things, because we are all going 200% of the time, and we can't do that. We don't have it physically, mentally, emotionally inside of us to do that. So we need to take these breaks, and we need to set these boundaries, and we need to make sure people know, hey, that's right, Melissa hasn't taken a day off of work in a couple months, so she definitely needs this day to rest, so I'm just going to let her do her thing and be, and not bother her. Or, hey, I do remember him telling me about that project he was going to do. Maybe I shouldn't reach out to him. Maybe I'll just check in and see how he's doing, and if he is doing that project, I'll just send him some nice encouraging words or ask if he needs any help. Because those are the kind of people that we need in this world, because if we don't have those people, then we're all just hateful and angry and drained, and it's not fun. We're only here once. We only get to experience life once. So let's make it the best possible experience. Let's make it beautiful. Let's make it magical. Let's make it everything that we want it to be, because our reality can be everything that we want it to be. We have the power inside of us to do that. We have the power to tell people, I don't want to do that. I need to focus on me. I need to take care of myself, because you have needs too. You can't just give and give and give without taking care of yourself, without satisfying your needs, because obviously you know everybody else has needs. So why aren't you looking back at yourself and saying, oh shit, yeah, I got needs too. I need to sleep. I need to eat healthy. I need to exercise or move my body. I need to journal. I need to go to therapy. I need to focus on this project that I want to do. I need to figure out my life. Like, we need to take care of ourselves, because when we take care of ourselves, we can take better care of other people. Simple as that. All right, so in conclusion, set those boundaries. Start with yourself, then start with others, and then repeat them, and repeat the process to yourself and to everyone else. And as you set those boundaries, it'll be creating this ripple effect that just keeps going and going and going. So thank you for watching my video today. I appreciate you coming over here. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel as well if you did like it. I'm going to be making more videos similar to this one, discussing mental health, emotional well-being, spirituality, and mindfulness, just to help me work through my life as I've been going through these processes, and to help you, because once we take care of ourselves, like I said, once we take care of ourselves, it just ripples out throughout the world and it takes care of everybody else. So you need to focus on you first, because you are the most important person in your life. You've only got one body, you've only got one shot here in this physical being as well. So make it worth it. Make it the best possible life that you want it to be. So thank you again. Hope you have a great day and take care. See you next time.